It is Tristan with Nerdud's Newsstand, and we've got some updates to talk about on the Batgirl film, some controversy, and some really cool directors. And first off, I want to start by letting you guys know that I did post the first look at Brendan Fraser as Firefly, but that is on my TikTok. I will link it below so you guys can check out the video. It's about half a minute long, and it is showing what he's going to look like, how he's going to emerge, kind of a behind the scenes look in a way. So I thought that was really cool. I'm excited. I like Brendan Fraser. I think he's a good actor. I love him in Doom Patrol, so I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. Now, let's talk about the other stuff. We're going to start right off with something I think will be mildly controversial, but really is a moot point. First off, we did get a confirmation that Alyssa Yeoh will be showing up in Batgirl. She will be Barbara Gordon's best friend. And if you remember, Alyssa Yeoh was introduced into the Gail Simone run of Batgirl. So I'm excited to see this character. We already got a couple pictures. We already got a little bit of kind of almost exactly right out of the comics feel and look. So hopefully this goes over well and isn't, oh my God, everything is woke. No, there is a good character in here. So let's talk about the directors. And actually, this was sent to me by Bianca this morning, myself and comics. I will link that channel also down below. This warms my heart. Now, if you remember, there was some backlash. We talked about it. When it came to that Batgirl costume, I personally don't mind it. It looked exactly like it should look if you're talking about Batgirl of Burnside or even something more recent like we're seeing right now in the Nightwing run and in the Batgirls run. It looks very vindicative of the comic, so I had no problem with it. Not only that, it is cosplay, right? It is Barbara Gordon's first kind of go at making her own costume. So I had no problem with it looking less than professional. But that leads us to one of the director's social media. And he actually put up a little meme. A lot of people use this meme. I think it's pretty fitting, right? And it's basically just Robin saying it looks like cosplay, and Batman coming back to saying, STFU, and wait for the film. It's a joke, guys. But people were upset. I saw videos done. Oh my God, they're already disrespecting fans. No, for one, it is a joke. This is right now their baby, and people were already attacking it, saying that it looked like cosplay. So I get a little bit of why they want people to wait. A lot of things need context, and context is dead nowadays, right? So when you're looking at this, you're like, oh yeah, it's a little cosplay-ish. But if people aren't familiar with the comics, then they won't know that maybe, just maybe, that was done on purpose. But that actually leads us to a follow-up. And I thought this was really cool. Now, this is the same meme, right? And it starts from where they've left off, STFU, and wait for the film. And then Batman coming back and saying STFU and don't disrespect the fans. Now, I hate this argument. Anything that's like, true fans, don't do that. That's gatekeeping and it's rude. And not only that, I hate this oh my God, they're disrespecting the fans because we all take offense as a collective. No, I don't like that hive mindset. And I honestly don't think that it meant more than a joke. Now I can't assume their intentions. Maybe they were being super malicious. Regardless, they put, fair enough. I love it. This shows that these, to me, that they are looking out for what is best for not only the property, but for what the fans want. And I actually think this will probably get ignored, and that's why I wanted to cover it even before the Daniel Cherry stuff, because I saw video after video, article after article from the usual suspects upset about that. But the fact that they come back and make a really, okay, you're right, fair enough, we get it, right? Gives me huge respect for these two, right? I think it's really cool, and I'm assuming it'll be ignored. So I wanted to make sure I covered it. I do have high hopes for this movie. I do. And I know that's a problem because I tend to get high hopes and then get shot down, right? There are certain properties I don't even like to speak on this channel because my hopes were let down so much. But from what we're seeing so far, this one looks truly pretty decent. It's got some good names in there. We've got Brendan Fraser. That's a huge win. We've got Alyssa Yeoh being announced. And I know some people may have not, I've not really heard too much negative about that run. I'm not going to lie. Gail Simone on Batgirl was a really good matchup. Even going back to, because I'm going to get all the Batgirl stuff out later on in the year. I've got time. I'm focusing on the Batman, but I went to look over my old stuff and it still holds up, right? The source material still holds up and it's still topical. So I'm really glad that they're looking at that. It does look like they're looking for a mix between not only year one, but the Gail Simone stuff. And then, of course, Batgirl of Burnside. But even from what we're seeing in some of these, this picture was posted, I believe, to Tumblr or Imgur. And it looks straight out of year one. Like that is actually where she got the suit made at. So it looks like they are following it pretty close. And if you know the directors, they directed one from my understanding, again, I haven't seen it, Bad Boys for Life. A lot of people talk very highly about it. So me having high hopes in this instance, I think is pretty justified. And then on top of that, you say fair enough because you want to respect your fans' opinion? Bravo. Like, I can't speak highly enough about this. And I think a lot of people will appreciate it because even though I don't agree with a lot of people dogging on Kevin Smith, there was a lot of going around like he disrespected the fans, right? And people kind of collectively took offense to some of the things he said. But he never came out and said, fair enough, I'm done, right? He never came out and said anything of those sorts. So I am hoping that people notice how cool it is to actually have a director that cares about it, right? There's a first every once in a while. We can celebrate a first. Anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys think about this. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.